YouTube family? Welcome back to In This Dumpster Diver's Kitchen. So I took a little break from dumpster diving. I'll be getting back at it either tonight or tomorrow night. By the way, today is Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday. So I figured let's bring you in my kitchen and show you something I'm gonna make tonight for dinner. I'm kind of winging it, so if it doesn't turn out, then don't make this. But I wanted to use my Instant Pot. I have some beef tips, or it's actually stew meat. I always say beef tips, but I always buy the cheap stew meat because you can make it very tender by either cooking it in your slow cooker or even in your Instant Pot. So we're gonna try and make some beef tips over noodles. Now, there's some issues with this. I normally make it with cream of mushroom soup. My husband absolutely hates it, and he won't eat it if I make it with that. So I figured I have a ton of cream of celery soup, and I have some dumpster Lipton onion soup pack. So I figured, why not throw this in there? That way it'll give it a little bit more flavor. And my girls don't like onions, so I usually would cut up onions and put onions in there. If I even use an onion, I'll just chop it in big chunks, throw it in there just for the flavor, and then take the onions out. But that's what I'm making. I need to go downstairs and get out a loaf of Italian bread. Don't mind my children screaming in the next room. I always store those dollar loaves from Walmart in my freezer. They come out perfectly fine. And it's an easy bread to serve with any meal. So I'm gonna do that, and I might make a dessert. I don't know yet. I still have thousands of apples. I just don't know what to do with them all. But I might maybe just make something simple. I'm not sure if I even make a dessert, because we all know I don't need a dessert, okay? Quarantine 15 is real over here. I need to stop eating the desserts. So I'm gonna get started. Come along with me, friends, and let's make some beef tips over noodles. So before I get started on my Instant Pot beef tips over noodles, I wanted to share with you guys some things that some of my amazing subscribers have sent to us. So Miss Susan sent me this appetizer for my air fryer. This cookbook for appetizer recipes for in my air fryer. There we go, Shannon. And it has a ton of good recipes. Thank you so much, Miss Susan. You're the best. I also wanted to share this with you guys. Miss Summer sent me some amazing essential oils from Young Living. She is a rep. Here's her card if you want to take a screenshot and check her out. She made me 2 rollers, and she didn't ask me to do this. She just wanted to send them to me for me to try out, and they are amazing. So thank you so much, Summer. I really appreciate it. She made me one for stress and then one for pain. And she even has them labeled on there. How cute is that, right? And I smelt this one last night and just like kept smelling it because I was a little stressed out. And I'll tell you what, these actually do work. I was very cautious. I was like, this isn't gonna work. But I was really surprised. It really did calm me down, like just sitting there and smelling the oils. So I'm excited to try the pain one. I haven't tried it yet. And she sent me this cute little bag with it, an adorable note, and she sent the girls, which they've already eaten, some gum, and there was some little erasers in here. She sent the girls a ton of stickers, which I can't wait to get those off all my walls. No, I'm kidding. They won't put them on my walls. She had each of the girls' names on a bracelet. Here's Kylie's. Ava actually has hers on, and she made this. These are so cute, and my girls love them. And she also, oh no, did I buy these? I think I bought them these. I was like, and she also sent us rafts, but I think I bought these for my kids. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know. I'm losing my mind at that point. Then, oh my goodness, Miss Tina, you went a little crazy, girl. She sent us a huge box, and this is all stuff for the girls. She said these were all mostly penny items. Can you believe that? I never have luck in the store with penny items. I find all my penny items in the dumpster. But I'm just gonna show you some of the things she sent. This unicorn gift set for the girls, like bath set. some little art things they can do. They can put stickers and paint these little characters. Tons of coloring books, tons of lip gloss, which they love, some unicorn and rainbow erasers, bunch of modeling clay, a lip balm lab where they can make their own lip balm. I mean, just tons of stuff. It's tons of stuff. And then she also sent me a box with 3 brand new flashlights for me going dumpster diving. So I just need to put batteries in these bad boys, and that way I can give Beth one, leave one in my car at all times, and leave one in my purse. So thank you, Miss Tina. You rock. Thank you to Susan and to Summer as well. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it so much. I truly, truly am grateful for all of you. So let's go. We're gonna wing this beef tips over noodles recipe. So let's get started. So you can do this in a crock pot. I normally do too, but I'm starting late. It's already noon. My husband gets home from work at 3:30, so we don't have time for the crock pot today. I got my Instant Pot on. I am going to put it on the saute setting on high. So I have about 1.5 pounds of stew meat. Now I picked one that didn't have a ton of fat on it. There is some fat. Normally I would cut that off, but there's really not too much on there, so I'm okay with it. Just use like a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil. And we are going to season our meat with some pepper. I don't measure, I just, you know, shake it on. Some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, not a lot of this, just a little bit, because every recipe I've seen calls for like thyme and oregano and basil, and I don't have all those things separate. I just always use Italian seasoning. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit. You can always add more too if you need it. And I'm also going to throw in about 1 tablespoon or 2 of garlic once this gets it going. So I'm gonna throw all this beef in there, and we are going to saute this on high heat for about, I don't know, maybe for like 10 minutes, if that. You just wanna brown all of the beef on the outside. You're not cooking it all, you're just browning it. Then when that is done, we are going to add in, because my husband doesn't like cream of mushroom, I'm using cream of celery, which I don't know how this is gonna turn out, so if it turns out bad, I'll let you know and don't try it. Or use cream of mushroom. We're gonna dump in a onion soup package, about 1 or 2 beef bouillon cubes, and about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of water. We'll see how it goes. About 1/3 cup of Worcestershire sauce, and I think that's it. And then the garlic. And you can add in an onion too. I'm gonna use minced onion because my kids do not like onions. And then if it's not thick enough, I'm going to do a cornstarch slurry at the end, which is just cornstarch and water, mix it up and throw it on in. We are going to throw some minced onion right on in there right now. And there's gonna be some onion in the soup mix too, so I'm not going crazy with that. I am going to post a recipe for you guys down below. I'm not following this recipe. I loosely am following this recipe, but I figured this way, if you guys want something to read or follow along with, or you know, look up and see like the measurements of things, because I don't use measurements, then you can use this recipe. This one seemed about the closest to the items that I'm using. Then all we're gonna do is, a lot of people do this over rice or mashed potatoes. We like it over egg noodles. So I'll just throw a pot of water on and cook these. I do not like cooking noodles in the Instant Pot. I never have done that, and I never will. I know it's easy and people swear by it, but I don't like soggy noodles. I like mine al dente. My husband hates them al dente, but that's how I cook them, so that's how he's eating them. And you're just gonna let this saute until all of the chunks of beef are browned on all sides. And then we will throw all the rest of the ingredients in and pressure cook this for about 20 to 25 minutes, I think. 25 minutes, we'll pressure cook it on high, and then we're gonna let it naturally release for another 20 minutes. So about 45 minutes total cooking time, which is much better than putting it in the crock pot early in the morning, trying to remember to do that because I obviously forgot. So this is definitely a time saver for me because, you know, I don't want to be in the kitchen all day worrying about what I'm making for dinner and making sure I have everything out. Like, I don't got time for that. So I will bring you back once I brown all this meat, which it's starting to get brown. So once I get all this browned up, I'll bring you guys back. So my beef is now browned. We got 2 cups of water here with 2 beef bouillon cubes. We are going to shut off the saute, pour in 2 cups of water with 2 beef bouillon cubes. We are going to add in our packet of Lipton onion soup mix. You can do, if I had 2 pounds or 3 pounds of stew meat, I would do 2 packets, but I only have 1.5 pounds. So I'm just going to do 1 packet, about a teaspoon of garlic, and we're going to do a little bit more. We like garlic in this house. 1.5 teaspoons. We have about 1/3 cup of Worcestershire sauce. We have our cream of celery soup. I usually use this in anything that ever calls for cream of mushroom because my husband hates mushrooms. But it's kind of like the thickener and you can't really taste it. So I don't think you'll be able to taste it too much. So we're gonna give that a good stir. Now I'm gonna add in a little bit more garlic powder, a little bit of pepper, a little bit more Italian seasoning, and a good amount of salt, because I haven't added any salt yet. And then stir it up again. Let's get our Instant Pot lid. So we're gonna pressure cook it on high for 25 minutes, and then we'll let it naturally release for 20 minutes. Then when it's done, what we will do is, why didn't that work? Okay, now it's working. So it's probably gonna take about 20 minutes to come to pressure. So around about of an hour to get this from start to finish on the table, which I think that's pretty good. I'll just serve this with, of course, the egg noodles, and then I got some Italian bread out of my freezer, which this defrosts perfectly. If you've never, I always buy it when it's on clearance too. You know how they have the clearance rack of like all the bakery stuff? I always find it for like 75 cents or 69 cents, whatever it is. And I buy it whenever it's on clearance and then throw it all in my freezer. That way it doesn't go bad. But we all know I'm a dumpster diver. I'm cheap. So I'm trying to save money any way I can. And if it's not getting things out of the dumpster, then it's buying things on clearance. So when this comes out, we're gonna test it, see how thick it is, make sure the meat's tender. If it needs to be thicker, I will do a cornstarch slurry just to thicken it up. You can do flour. I just prefer cornstarch. So when that's done pressure cooking and naturally releasing, I will bring you back and show you how it turns out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it tastes good. Because if not, I'm still putting this video up and you guys will know just not to do the things I did. But I think it'll be okay. But I would honestly use cream of mushroom soup if I were you. Just saying. My husband's the weirdo. He don't like mushrooms. I can't even buy mushrooms, guys. Like, you don't have to eat them, but let me buy them and put them on my stuff because I like mushrooms. Nope, I can't even bring them in the house. Such a weirdo. All right, I'll bring you guys back whenever this is done pressure cooking. It has been 40 minutes. I had, well, a lot longer than that because it had to go up to pressure, but you guys get it. It cooked on pressure cooking for 25 minutes. Now I let it slowly release for 25 minutes, and I'm gonna vent it to get the rest of the pressure out, which there shouldn't be too much. No, there's not. And then we're gonna see how tender this is, how much sauce we have, if it's thick enough, yada, 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 you know. We gotta get our noodles on. So I'm gonna fill up a pot with some water. I always salt my water too, I don't know why, but I do. I'm sure there's a reason for it, I just don't know what it is. Don't ask me, I'm no Martha Stewart, guys. I'm just a regular old mama cooking dinner for my family. Alright, so let's get this bad boy on here. Not catching anything else on fire, preferably. And we're gonna get this off. The sauce is really thin, so we are gonna thicken this up. I do wanna take a piece of meat and see how tender it is. So there's the piece of meat. Let's see if we can cut it. Oh my goodness. With a spoon, it broke apart. So good. So let me show you what it looks like. It's really, really thin, the sauce. So you can thicken this a few different ways. I am gonna do a cornstarch slurry, and I'm gonna add a little bit of sour cream. You can do a roux with flour and add it in, or you can do just cornstarch with water for a cornstarch slurry, or you can just simply do sour cream, or you can just add in another can of cream of mushroom soup or cream of celery soup. So I'm really surprised. The taste of this is very good. You don't taste any celery, so I'm really happy about that because my husband would not eat it if it tasted like celery or mushrooms. But I needed something thick, like a soup base, to put in there, and he hates cream of mushroom. Cream of chicken wouldn't have been good for in that because you would have been able to taste that. So the cream of celery worked out perfect. So I'm excited about that. So we are going to add in some sour cream. Not a ton, I'm just doing like a tablespoon for now. I'll do one more tablespoon. And now I'm gonna do the cornstarch slurry. So I got a bowl. I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon at first. This is a half, so 2 of these. So I put on the saute setting on my Instant Pot on high. So it's already boiling because we want to make this thicker. We've gotta get the temperature back up. So we're just gonna dump this in, stir it around, get the sour cream all nice and mixed in there as well. So we're gonna let this cook down for a little bit. Show you what it looks like now. As you can see, it's boiling, just like a slow boil, nothing crazy. But you don't want your sauce to be like super thin. You want it to have a little bit of thickness so it sticks onto the noodles. And you can use mashed potatoes if you don't have egg noodles. You can use rice, white rice, if you want to use rice. We just prefer egg noodles. So I like my sauce to be a little thicker just so it sticks onto the egg noodles. And I'm really, really surprised how good it tastes. Like, definitely try this out. So I'm just gonna baby this. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it to make sure nothing's burning. Make sure it's getting to the thickness I want it to. It's thickening up a little bit, but it needs a little bit more. So we are going to throw in a little bit more cornstarch. All right, now it's starting to thicken up where I want it to be. All right, so now it's thickened up and it's perfect. I'm gonna shut off the saute. I'm just gonna let that sit there, and as it sits, it will actually get a little bit thicker. And you can keep tasting it too. If you want a little bit more creaminess in it, you can add a little bit more sour cream. I would just add like a tablespoon at a time because you don't want the sour cream to overpower everything else, because you can taste all the other seasoning. That is really good. I am gonna add a little bit more sour cream. I added like 2 more tablespoons to it just because I think maybe I should have put a little less Worcestershire sauce in it because that's a really strong flavor and I like it. I just don't know if my kids will like it. They'll probably just eat the meat by itself and noodles with butter on them, if I'm gonna be honest. There's the sauce, and it's thickened up a lot. Oh yeah, that's much better with the sour cream. Much better. So I probably did about 4 tablespoons of sour cream. So much better. So much better. I love when I make new recipes and they turn out good. I'm like, yay! Do you guys do the same thing? Or is it just me? Am I the only weirdo? So I got my Italian bread. It is defrosted. So all I will do is You can make this into garlic bread. You can just throw it in the oven just like this to crisp it up a little on the outside. I'm gonna take it out of the bag because there's a lot of water in that bag and I don't want it to get, what's that word called? Mushy. So this will be served with it over our egg noodles. And you can even add in, if you wanted to add in some vegetables, you could add in some green beans, some peas, some carrots. Throw those in there if you want. I will probably just serve like a side salad on the side. That's the only way I can get vegetables in my kids, is I cut up like carrots really, really fine and throw them in my salad or like some red cabbage. But other than that, they won't eat a vegetable. So, but you could probably get away with hiding them in here. You could definitely do that. Now we are just gonna wait for our water to boil. And I will throw my egg noodles in. These cook pretty fast. I might need to do 2 bags because of my husband. He can usually eat 1 bag to himself. Yeah, he's a big guy. So I'm gonna get these noodles on. Once I get everything finished, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like as a finished product and let you know what everybody thought. And it literally just falls apart. I don't even have to use the knife at all. So super, super tender and yummy. Very flavorful. That's the happy food dance. Now I need to figure out if I'm gonna make a dessert, which I might. I don't know. Very good, for sure. While I'm shoving my face full of this food. 2 thumbs up. It does need a little bit more salt, but you can add that on after for sure. But that is it. I hope you guys give this recipe a try because it is so yummy. And if you do, don't forget to shoot me an email with pictures and let me know what you and your family thought of this recipe. So now is the time I need to think about what I'm gonna do for dessert. I just don't know. I'm not in the mood for anything with apples, I'm gonna be honest. I'm about over apples. I've been eating apples for weeks. So if I decide to make anything for dessert, of course I will bring you guys back, but if not, then I will see you next time in a dumpster diving video, of course, because I'm either going out tonight or tomorrow night, I'm not sure which one. And then Friday, I have to get ready for my yard sale that is happening on Sunday, and of course I'm gonna be bringing you guys along for that whole thing entirely. But I of course will show you everything set up and everything that I've accumulated, and it's all from dumpster diving. Yeah, so any money is a plus because I didn't have to spend a dime on any of this stuff. Some things I did need to fix, so I did have to put a little bit of money out just for glue, but most of that I even found in the dumpster too. So mostly it's just my cost for gas and repairs to my car, stuff like that. But that'll probably do it for this video, guys, unless I do a dessert, and if I do, you will see it after this clip, but if not, I will see you in the next one. So, I decided I'm not making, look, what's going on with my hair? Somebody help me. Somebody come do my hair for me. Can you tell I've been slaving in the kitchen all day and cleaning and doing laundry? Whatever, good enough. So, I decided not making a dessert. Instead, I took the girls down the street to a local ice cream shop, and it is so good. So that's what I did for dessert, so I don't have to make anything. Now, I checked my mail when I got home, and lo and behold, look what I got. My new Kitchen Mama, let's put it the right way, Shannon, durr. My new Kitchen Mama, yes you can opener came in the mail. So, we're gonna try this bad boy out. I'm gonna show you the other one, show you the difference in size. So this is the first one they sent me, and this is the second one. Much, much smaller, but the same exact design for how it opens the can. Same push button, push it to stop. So, I found this can in the dumpster not too long ago, and it is crushed, so I want to check to make sure these pineapples are okay. So let's try this bad boy out. Now, in my giveaway, you are going to be getting this can opener. I put batteries in it. I'll leave the batteries in it for you, and it will go right back in the box, in the packaging, and into my giveaway box. I will link the information up here about my giveaway. When I pick the winner, I will be going live next week. I believe it's Monday or Tuesday. What day did I post that video? Monday. Next Monday. So I will go live and pick the winner and let you guys know who it was and show you some of the goodies that I'll be giving away. But I want to do another review on this one and see if this one works just as good as the first one they gave me. So there will be a code in the description box below. Also the website where you can get this awesome can opener. What was I saying? All the information for this, where you can order it, and the code. I will put the code on the screen right here. I believe it's Shannon Z10 to get 10% off of your Kitchen Mama can opener. And I will also link the website where you can order this down below. So let's try this bad boy out and see if it opens cans just as good as the other one. This is also a step up from the one that they gave me the first time. So let's try this out. All you do, put it on your can just like that and push the button. And then you just push the button one more time. There we go. Look at that. Perfectly opened can. And these edges are so smooth, you will not cut your finger at all. So that is awesome. And my pineapple is good. So yay for dumpster pineapple. So there we go. That is pretty awesome. So make sure you tune in next Monday. I don't know what time I'll be going on, but I will put up a community post about what time I will be going on earlier in the day, so you guys have a heads up. So make sure you tune in so you can see who the winner is. It might be you. It might be you. It might be you. It's definitely going to be somebody. So I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, happy cooking, diving, and baking. Bye, guys.